12-bar blues, you've got this basic progression. Chord, which is also known as the turnaround chord, may be something you're not familiar with. It's a first finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, 3rd finger, 4th fret, 4th string, and you're striking it like this. The pinky goes all the way up to the 6th fret, and then it's just a basic turnaround. It's a B chord. So what I want you to do is rewind the tape after learning a few riffs and practice next to that jam that I started with. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this first position. The notes in the scale are, let's start with the low E string. It's going to do a pentatonic here. It's going to be 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, 3, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. And that is your basic pentatonic. So those notes can easily be put together to make things like 3rd fret, 2nd and 3rd, or 1st and 2nd string. Put those together and then take them apart. You can always piece together different parts of these, the scale, in order to make different chords. So what I did there was I did a little 3rd finger on 3rd fret, 2nd finger on 2nd fret, 3rd string, and them together, and then I just lifted my 2nd finger off to make a open G and 3rd fret chord. And then you can hammer on to that 2nd fret. Now there's a lot of things you can do. We talked about it last week, which is kind of out of the scale a little bit, doing something like this. Right? So that's just a slide up to the 4th fret on the 3rd string and the 3rd fret on the 2nd string at the second time. And then you could hit the 2nd fret, 3rd string, and then open 3rd string, and then 2nd fret, 4th string, which is the. Why don't you try that with me one more time? Right? You can also do the old slide up to the 5th fret on the 2nd string and hit both the 2nd and the 1st string at the same time. They both make an E tone. Right? So if you're hitting these bottom two, when you slide up to that 5th fret of the 2nd string, remember I'm on the 2nd string, sliding from the 3rd to the 5th. And you can do the same thing in the second half of that, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, 4th string. So you can either we also talked about, and I'd like to review, putting your 1st finger on the 5th string, 5th fret, 1st string, and then putting your 2nd finger on the 6th fret, 2nd string, holding this as an anchor on your 1st string, and then bending up on that 6th fret, 2nd string. Oh, sorry. My bad. That's actually the 7th fret, not the 5th fret. Right? So we've got that bend on the 8th fret. Anchor the 7th fret, 1st string. Put your 2nd finger down on the 8th fret, 2nd string. Bend up only on the 2nd string. And then put this 3rd finger down on the 9th fret, 3rd string. got options here. You've got this whole hammer-on series where you can do a 7 to 9 on the 4th string hammer-on, and a 7 to 9 on the 3rd string hammer-on. It's a nice little riff. So if you're on the 4th string, you go 7, 9, and then the 3rd string 7, 9, and then this blues bend, and then 3rd finger, 9th fret, 3rd string. It's a great riff, perfect for E blues pentatonic. And finally, you've got a bend where you can bend up here with the 8th fret 2nd string. You want to bend up to a tone that sounds exactly like the 7th fret 1st string. So you're that's the 10th fret. Bend up on the 10th fret so it makes that same tone as the 7th fret 1st string. Of course, you can come down on the 10th fret without bending it to the 8th fret, and then back, of course, to the 9th fret 3rd string. So you can get that a little closer for you. Again, that's the 10th fret. We're bending up, coming down to the 10th without bending, 8, all on the 2nd string, and now to the 3rd string, 9. Let's try that. One last thing. So we've already learned that riff, right? We've got 7 to 9, hammer on, 4th string, 7 to 9, hammer on 3rd string, and the bend. And of course, 9th fret, 3rd string, and then 10th fret, bend, 10th fret, not bend, 8th fret, and then 9th fret, 3rd string. And you can imagine that coming out over the just a little something to chew on. So there's a lot of options for the 12th to 15th fret position. Obviously that was a little quick, but what we want to do is just make sure we know what we got. So I like to bend the 15th fret up on the 2nd string to the same tone that exists on the 12th fret of the 1st string. That's a great little trick for blues. So what you're doing is you're bending up on the 2nd string, and then you're hitting that 12th fret 1st string. So 15th fret bend. You kind of get that, so you're bending up on the 15th all the way up to that same tone on the 1st string. And then of course you can do, which is going to be a bend on the 15th, and then 1st string 12th, and then 15th no bend, 12th no bend, 2nd string, and then 14th, and then 12th on the 3rd string, and then just land on that 14th fret 4th string. Try and do that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 bend. Slowly. And then of course you can do a 12 to 14th hammer on the 5th string. And then of course you hit the 4th string, 12th fret, 14, 4th fret, and then 12th 3rd string, and then back to 14. So it's hammer on 14, 12, 14.